What up, my fellow people? Once again, it's your boy OG Big Meaty with another episode of Uncommon Nonsense. You know the podcast, we try to make some sense out of all this nonsense. Yeah, on today's episode, y'all, we're going to talk about this tragic event between Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. We're going to get to the facts of this. We're going to reveal the truth about how this incident even occurred. So without even dragging y'all along, let's get started.
Wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Karmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about.
What up, my fellow good people, man? Listen, on today's episode, y'all, we're going to dig into the tragedy that occurred in Fresno, Texas, involving Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. We're not going to talk about the facts of the case or the allegations. We're not going to talk about that. We want to focus our attention on 2 things that seem not to be making sense. One of them is how all of a sudden we didn't let the race hustlers get involved in this case. And the second thing we should touch on is, and no one on legacy media, these liberal losers, none of these people are talking about, how could this situation been prevented? You know why none of them is talking about why this situation could have prevented? Because they don't care. The liberal losers are considering this an opportunity. They think this is their George Floyd moment. And I'm being serious. These left liberal losers absolutely want to psyop this tragedy to try to make it a George Floyd movement. The only difference in this situation was screaming racism, was screaming racist. The only difference in this situation is that the last movement was led by BLM and this movement is being led by NGAN, the National Generation Action Network, who no one ever heard of, but I'm quite sure you'll hear from now since they didn't psyoped this tragedy to try to make it some type of political movement. And it's ridiculous that social media and these pundits and these liberal pundits, even some of these conservative pundits, even some of these conservative bloggers, these conservative podcasts, is just infusing this incident with race. Just infusing it with race. Has nothing to do with race. And what makes this so bad is that the father screams out, infuse this with race. I understand that the perpetrator was black and the victim was white. The problem is not about race. The problem is you have 2 teenage boys who have not been taught conflict resolution. This was an easy confrontation that could have been avoided, prevented, and dealt with differently. If only these boys would have knew conflict resolution. And the reason why these boys don't know or understand conflict resolution is because they was raised by beta men. And it's such a shame because when you're raised by a beta, you're gonna become a beta. You're gonna have no. Now this is the father. You know, this is the father in an interview pleading. This is the father of the victim. This is the father of a victim in an interview pleading with people to leave, to stop race and politicizing this tragedy. Like, this is the father of the victim asking you people to not do this, and yet you people continue to do this. Here he is, y'all.
We haven't really had a chance to talk to you about this. You had mentioned a few times that you had forgiven the suspect for what
correct.
He did.
I do.
But we just informed you about these documents. And
That doesn't change anything.
Okay.
This has to do with me and God. God teaches us In the Bible, he talks about forgiveness. He also talks about revenge. Not for me to seek. God will take care of it. Karma, I believe in it. It's very unfortunate that this other child decided to make a bad choice that's going to affect him for the rest of his life. I have compassion for every human being. This is not, I want to make this very clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this. I don't appreciate some of the remarks I've seen online that people say there was this fight and they don't know, they weren't there. I know the truth. So unless you were there, unless you saw it, don't spread gossip.
And there you have it. A practical man telling you political, you race hustlers to stop with the madness. This is the father of the victim. You guys can't even respect his wishes. You guys are so engaged in this race propaganda that you guys won't even have sympathy and empathy for the victim's father. And stop creating false narratives around this tragic incident. But no, don't get you guys the views you wanted. No, you guys gotta do it. You just can't help yourself. And it's absolutely 100% sad. And it's very, 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 very disgraceful. About even after the father made this plea, man. This kid, Karmelo Anthony's attorney or family representative, whoever these NGAN people are, this guy, Dominique Alexander, this fucking crook. This guy, right after this man pleaded, let's not politicize the death of my child. Don't make this about racism, man. Let's focus on the real issues here. The fact that two teenage boys in a confrontation, one ends up dead. What is the root cause of those type of decisions? But here we go. Here go the race hustling ass Negro, Dominique Alexander, just screaming racism in a case that has nothing to do with racism. You know?
The public knows exactly what is going on. I ask, because these racist bigots try to prevent us from standing up for our baby, our boy, he should be afforded the same rights that Cal Rittenhouse had, Daniel Penna, and all of the people who have claimed whatever their defense was. He should be afforded the same right. And I'm going to say this again, and this is for everybody. Black people in America, while the current occupant sits at 1600 Pennsylvania, black people in America don't have to pull the race card. It's what we live as a reality every day. It's what we have to teach our children. We don't want to, but we have to. We don't like to, but if we want to sleep at night, we got to. I ain't pulling no race card. I live it. I'm reminded all the time that I'm a black man in America.
See, there we have it. You have two teenage kids who gets into a verbal confrontation and it ends in murder. And since one is white and one is black, this is about racism. This don't make no sense. I'm going to tell you what this is about. I'm going to tell you guys what this is about. This shit goes far beyond racism. It's not about racism. That's these boys being brought up wrong. That's these boys being led by these beta men with these beta ass ideas so they getting beta ass results. That's what this is a result of. And I'm going to go on and I'm going to show that to you. Because during this interview, the mother spoke. Did y'all hear what I just said? The mother spoke. The father was there, but the mother spoke. Now, if that's not going to tell you, if that's not going to lead you down the path of understanding how a 17-year-old young black teenage boy pulls out a knife and stabs a white kid during a verbal confrontation at the fact that he is being raised by a beta is clearly demonstrated. It's clearly demonstrated that this boy is being raised by a beta. Like, there's nowhere in the world that you as a father, the man of your house, there's nowhere in the world you can be an alpha type. Listen to what I'm telling you. There's nowhere in the world any man can be an alpha type, endure this type of tragedy. There's nowhere in the world any man can consider himself an alpha type and endure this type of tragic incident that involves his son, involves his family, involves his home, involves his well-being, and let the mother take lead. All right, y'all, your boy is back. I had to take a quick break. The dog was barking during the broadcast. All right, here we go. Here go the mother, y'all.
I'm going to bring this mother, Kayla Hayes, and it has taken her a lot of strength, y'all, to come and do this today.
Now let's start right now. The mothers is going to stand up and take lead. The mother. Now I want y'all to peep game now. We see who the head of the household is. Obviously, we see who taking the lead in this. You see the mothers getting up speaking in behalf of the family. I mean, what more do I got to say, man? This is a prime example of a beta type. It's a prime example of a beta type. You sit in your little bow tie wearing, twisty, boy, why you got your goddamn wife sitting up there taking lead of the house? You sitting up here supposed to be a provider and a protector, and you sitting back on the side while she do all the fucking man work, all the alpha work. Beta ass niggas. Beta ass Negroes, I promise y'all. But here we go, y'all. Sorry about that.
And I want you guys to respect her as she read this and giving her the respect that she deserves, y'all.
Good afternoon. My name is Kayla Hayes. I am the mother of Karmelo Anthony. 3 years ago, my family moved to North Texas searching for a better life. Like so many other families, we wanted to give our children the future we did not have. My husband works hard every single day to provide for us, to make sure we're in the best financial position possible. As a stay-at-home mom, I made it my life's mission to ensure our children are loved, nurtured, and supported every step of the way.
Now, this is, I don't know what the fuck. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. Like, father standing right there and the mother's at the podium. This is a perfect example of beta breeding. This is what happens when single women raise men. You get these type of sons. You get the type of son who's going to work a job, who's going to do that, but not going to have no real alpha presence in his house. He don't have any alpha presence. It's clear, man. His fucking wife, man. It's the fucking head of the household. It's obvious, man. She's fucking taking the lead in this tragedy. This don't make no fucking sense, man. I'm already disgusted, man. And what's so crazy? Nah, I'm not going to even touch that. Let's go, y'all.
In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Karmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything.
You have the mother speaking on behalf of the husband and the kids in regards to their safety. Now you can't tell me this ain't no crying out loud shame. You can't tell me this not a crying out loud shame. This is fucking this is this is exactly how this incident can happen. This is a alpha mom and a beta dad. Clearly the roles is reversed in the house. So now you have the mother teaching the son how to be a father because she's obviously more alpha than the father. And when you have an emotional species like the woman is, teaching a boy how to be a man, she's going to raise an emotional wreck, a coward. Someone who does have no sense of emotional intelligence, don't have no sense of emotional control. You stab somebody to avoid a fist fight. Not to prevent yourself from losing a fight, not after you jump or none of that. Your immediate response was, if you touch me, I'm going to kill you. And that's paraphrasing, y'all, but if you touch me, you'll see what happens, and then he kills the guy. It's safe to assume that we reached a reasonable conclusion. Now, for that to be this little 17-year-old black boy's mindset tells you everything. And if you don't believe me, just watch, y'all. Just watch and you tell me who the alpha is, who the head of the household is in this house. A two-parent household, too. Just got two mothers, no father, but it's two-parent household. It's for damn sure. Let's go, y'all.
To deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about. The lies and false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may...
Yeah, I knew I had to stop it there. Now that is fucking ridiculous. My husband had to take a leave of absence because of the threats, and he's afraid. Dude, and you calling yourself fucking self a father. You calling yourself a fucking man, and you are fucking afraid of some threats, so you're not going to go to work to take care of your family because you're afraid. Is you fucking crazy? Boy, man, y'all listen to me, man. I'm telling y'all, man, this is some real shit, man. This is how you have a kid. This is how you have two teenage boys that attract me who have no sense of conflict resolution because they're raised by beta man and alpha mothers. I mean, I'm quite sure you guys seen Austin Metcalf's father say, I forgive this kid. I did this. I started to show off telling y'all how Austin Metcalf said, don't make this a racist issue. I forgive this kid. I forgive that. I didn't even play the clip where his mother was being interviewed on Fox News. She said, I'm not forgiving shit. Not right at this moment. I'm hurt. My son been lost. See what I'm saying, man? In both of these cases, the mother sounds like the husband and the husband sounds like the mother. Like, surely you got the dynamics of roles confused. And when you do that, when you misconstrue the role of a father with the role of a mother, you end up with coward kids. You end up with coward kids. I don't even know what more to say. You end up with a 17-year-old black track athlete who doesn't have the confidence, not even the confidence. Confidence is for betas. I'm talking arrogance. Who doesn't have arrogance to think or believe that he can defend himself with his hands against two country-ass white boys. There's nowhere in the world a 17-year-old black star athlete kid, country bred, out there in fucking Texas, country bred. You don't think you got what it takes to whoop these two white boys? No, you don't. You know why? Because your manhood was taught to you by your mama. And you know, women, they're emotional. The first time they feel threatened or anything, what they do, man, they take it to the extreme. The same way this kid did. If you touch me, see what happened. The guy touches this guy and he kills him. This is an emotional response. There's absolutely no conflict resolution being taught to none of these young men. And I'm telling you, it's a direct result of there being role reversals inside of both of their homes. I guarantee you, man, if you ask Austin and his other three siblings who the man is in that house, I guarantee you, they be like, man, my mama the strong one. My mama stand on shit around here. I guarantee you, if you go to Hunter Metcalf, Austin's twin brother, who's there when this kid tragically lost his life, if you go to his mother and you go to him and say, man, who had the balls in this house? I'm willing to bet you. God damn it, $1 to a dime. That he's gonna say, man, my mama the strong one, man. She's the soldier in this house. She's the one with the balls. And this is prevalent. This is going on through all of these households. And then we raising these beta-ass teenage boys who's doing stupid shit, killing each other, fighting, arguing, killing each other over women, over coochie, over crazy stuff that teenage boys shouldn't even be considering killing nobody over. But they've been raised by their emotion. They've been raised by their mothers. So every response is an emotional response. There's never no logic. There's never that this boy didn't have the capacity to decipher that this wasn't an avoidance moment. See, conflict resolution gives you options. It's a cognitive intervention. You got to go in there. You got to say, listen, man, okay. Two white boys coming on me, confronting me about sitting in their tent, state property. They allowing me to leave. They're asking me to leave. Why won't I leave? Why would I get confrontational with someone who's asking me to leave their property? I don't have the right to sit there. But no, this escalates, and now a kid is dead. Listen, I'm telling you, this is why the truth is being revealed. This is how this incident happened. I don't give a fuck that both parents in the household. It don't make no difference if both parents in a household, if both of them is inadequate or inept to raise fucking grown, mature, solid fucking kids. But I didn't mean to denigrate this. I don't mean to denigrate none of these people's parents. That is not my intentions here. My only intention is to just point out the obvious. Because no one's talking about how could this have been prevented. Everybody got their own spin on what happened. Was it self-defense? Was it racism? Was it this? Was it that? Everybody got their own spin. And nobody even asking the question like, how the fuck did this ever happen? Man, these is two promising young men. Star athletes, nice looking young men. I know they's having their way with the women. I know they's finna have their way with the world. Both of their lives. Fucked in the game. And at no point have I heard anyone say, what happened here? How do you get this type of promise compromised? I can tell you how. You're looking at it. You're looking right at it, y'all. You're looking at it. And to further my point, I'm gonna let the sister continue, and I'm gonna show you how she continuously point out the beta type this nigga is.
Happened to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day.
His mental health is deteriorating day by day. Dude, why is your wife speaking for you? You's a fucking grown ass man. Get your alpha shit together, man. Stand up and lead your fucking household, young gentlemen. Please, man. Take off that motherfucking bow tie, man, and stand up strong, man. Put your fucking head up. You sit beside your fucking wife with your head down, man. Put your fucking head up, man. No accountability, man. Just terrible, man.
We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what might happen to her. And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds.
Look at him, man. Sitting up there, man, letting his wife do his duty and sitting there, man, wiping her fucking tears while she do manly duties. Man, tell me this nigga wasn't bred beta. There's nowhere in the world, man. Listen, man, there's nowhere in the world, man. My son at 17, think he's unbeatable. A 17-year-old black star athlete, and well, even if you can't fight, you're supposed to at least have the confidence to know that you could be two white boys. I never met a real alpha Negro. Ever thought a white dude could whoop them, let alone 2, 3 of them. Like, you're not even raised, when you raised by alpha men, you never even, boy, if you can't whoop a white boy, you ain't fit to be a man. Now, I'm telling you, that sounds like a toxic trait. I know you fools gonna call this toxic masculinity at its best. But I promise you that if that man would have had that level of confidence, man, this mother wouldn't be sitting here crying with this beta ass nigga wiping her tears, man. And this man wouldn't be trying to forgive this family for taking his fucking son. And this mother wouldn't be sitting back here, man, trying to figure out how the fuck she get rid of this unbearable pain. But no, y'all got to kill toxic masculinity. See, this is what happens when you kill toxic masculinity. This is what happens when you guys start raising betas. You know, if you don't know what a beta is, it's just a man with women traits. No emotional intelligence, emotional, soft, too kind, too gentle, too considerate, no firmness. No nothing. But let's finish this show.
And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to.
So, I'm kind of, this is a good pause. This might be my goddamn thumbnail. This is absolutely fucking, look at this fool, man. Straight buffoonery, man. I'm telling you, man, only Negroes, man. No, it's not only Negroes, man. You white folks too, man. Everybody, man. There's been a movement. This is what happens when you want to destroy masculinity for all you feminists out there. This is what you get when you destroy true masculinity. You get beta boys raised by beta men being assisted by alpha women. Now, what about any of that sound like it makes sense? Not none of it. Let's go, y'all.
Been raised in a 2-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. To be clear, when I speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day, there's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you.
See, it's sad, y'all. It's sad because, man, listen, man, I'm not supposed to be making an episode about this shit. This shit's not supposed to happen, man. You got two young teenage men that's being raised by both of their parents, man. So if that didn't prevent this type of unnecessary tragedy, what could have prevented it? You guys, both of these boys grew up in two healthy households, and they still find themselves victim to this type of shit. The conclusion is simple, y'all. Yeah, your daddy was around, but your daddy was a zaddy. Your daddy wasn't a dude, man. If your daddy was a dude, your daddy would have been, the first thing your daddy would have said to you, boy, if you would have got home for stabbing those white boys, boy, I know damn well you ain't pulled out no goddamn knife on no goddamn white boys, and they ain't pulled out no knife on you. Any real man of any alpha trait would be disappointed in his son for even being that type of scary, that type of chump, that type of scrub where you need to pull out a knife and no one pulled a knife out on you. That shit my mama used to teach me. My mama used to teach me, pick up something and bust their head. My daddy and my uncles, them niggas will send your ass out there to fight a whole group of niggas. You shouldn't have started the shit. Now, nigga, go out there, handle your business. And then that's where you develop confidence from.
To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We ask for your continued support, patience, and prayers as we navigate this difficult process. Thank you.
See, I feel sorry for the system, man, because it's ridiculous, man. I feel sorry for everybody that's involved in this, except for those liberal losers who are trying to make this about race. I promise y'all, like every blog, every post, everything about this case shouldn't be screaming racism. Everything about this case should be screaming. I promise you, man, the narrative around this case is simply this. This is what happens when you feminists want to get rid of masculinity. Real, true alpha masculinity. This is the type of men and kids and incidents that you guys. This the type of dudes y'all get. This the type of decisions y'all get. When you annihilate masculinity, you get betas. This is what you get. This is what you get. And it's an absolute shame, man, that this sister, man, got to be sitting in his tears. Austin mama got to be sitting here, man, suffering this type of tragedy, man. Because these fucking men didn't want to be men and teach these boys conflict resolution. It's sad, y'all. What? But anyway, y'all, in conclusion, man, I'm telling you, man, the truth behind what happened here is, man, is that you have beta men and alpha women raising our kids now. And this is what you get as a result. Whatever, with the feminist movement to destroy masculinity, this is what you get. This is what you get. A 17-year-old black star athlete who have no emotional control or intelligence to even decipher that this ain't even life-threatening, dude. This is exercise. This is rec. For white boys, this is rec, nigga. I'm gonna get some exercise in on you, mother. There's nowhere in the world you supposed to be even thinking that your life is in danger because you don't. There's nowhere in the world that this man should have ever been in a position where he thought his life was in danger by two unarmed white men or white boys, as a fact. Like, dude, you're supposed to be instilled with so much bravado. If you've been raised by alpha type, you got too much bravado to be pulling out a knife on two white country ass dudes. And I'm finna beat the shit out these two white boys. That's the mindset that young man's supposed to have. And I know y'all think that shit toxic, but I promise you, if that young boy thought like that, that would have been a high school fight and not a high school murder. I bet you any money, if that boy thought like that, there would have been a teenager fight and not a teenage murder. And I'd have put my money on Karmelo. Just kidding. Austin looked like he wasn't no punk, though. That's probably why Karmelo had to resort to that level of aggression, because Austin looked like he was going to come over there and handle some business, man. You don't get the hell up out of our tent. The man got every right to do that, man. Your father should have taught you, man. Listen, man, you avoid that, because this is what I'm telling you. This is why conflict avoidance is so important this is why avoidance is so important in conflict resolution, y'all. I don't even know why I'm going on, but I'm going to say it. This is why avoidance is so important in conflict resolution. Because when you start thinking cognitively about conflict, and your confidence is bolstered up to the fact that you think that you are a real alpha type. So when you know and believe that you're a real alpha type, you know and believe and you when you know and believe that you're a real alpha type and you ain't scared of none of these dudes, when you really that, you understand how dangerous that is. You understand that. When you know you're not a coward, when you know what you're capable of, you understand the threat, or you understand the level of the consequences. So I say all that to say this. This would have been a perfect opportunity to avoid. Like, they asked you to leave, dude. Leave. All right, man. Nobody give a fuck about y'all little punk ass 10 anyway. Nigga, walk off saying some shit like that. You need to keep face. But only beta bred boys need to keep face. Man, listen, man. I know I'm carrying on this shit, but I just wanted to point out to y'all, like, this is what led to this incident, man. This is what led to this incident, man. You know, I'm telling y'all, like, y'all keep attacking masculinity, y'all gonna keep seeing shit like this happen. Y'all gonna keep seeing shit like this happen, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Well, with that being said, y'all, I should have even touched on this, but I had to, man, because especially after seeing this interview, man, and seeing this dude, man, let this fucking white man get up there, man, and go through that, man, while he sit his little square ass on the sideline with that old weak ass bow tie on and Poindexter ass glasses on. Like, boy, this is a soldier moment right now, boy. This time when you need to be taking lead, nigga, you supposed to have your uniform on, boy. You supposed to be standing up there straight with your head high, with your shoulders up. You supposed to be defending your son, defending your wife, defending your family. But fuck it. Your wife will do it. Hey, y'all, I'm out of here, man. That's enough for today, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. If y'all find value in these videos, man, please like and subscribe, man. And if you think I'm wrong about this, man, if you think this dude is not a beta product, it's not a beta bred cat, and if you think that wasn't the reason, that's not the reason why this happened, if you of the belief that this was an act of racism or some old crazy liberal loser type shit like that, then man, get in the comments, man. I debate this shit with the best of y'all because I've tried my best to be on the right side of shit. So if y'all don't agree with me, man, hit me, man. The comments right there, man. Get in the comments. Fuck with your boy. So with that being said, man, peace, man. I'm really glad that y'all fucking with your boy, man. You know, I really appreciate y'all, man. You know, so peace out, my beloveds, man. Y'all know my mantra, man. Stay out your body, man. Reside in your spirit. It's where your potential at. And all you niggas, beta bread ass niggas, man, stop letting your women raise y'all fucking sons. This is what you're gonna get.